Ready to dive into a fresh Path of Exile league but not sure where to start? In this video, we're breaking down the top 10 league starter builds that will carry you from Act 1 to endgame with ease. Whether you're looking for insane clear speed, rock-solid defenses, or budget-friendly powerhouses, these builds are proven, reliable, and perfect for crushing early content while setting you up for long-term success. The Saboteur Rolling Magma build centers on using rolling magma mines as a league starter for Path of Exile 3.26. With the addition of the new Shrapnel Specialist Ascendancy node, projectiles now travel in random directions, transforming rolling magma's linear bounce pattern into a more chaotic and overlapping spread. This significantly boosts single-target damage due to the increased chance of multiple hits from the same cast. The build leverages mine mechanics and automation to create a fast-paced, high-damage playstyle that requires minimal aiming. It begins as a self-cast rolling magma build and transitions into mines around level 31, at which point it becomes much smoother and more efficient. With proper gearing and scaling through mine nodes, AoE enhancements, and projectile chaining, this setup offers excellent mapping potential and robust endgame viability. The build also emphasizes survivability through layered defenses like Flesh and Stone, Born in the Shadows, Ghost Shrouds, Suppression, and optional armor choices like Cloak of Flame or Lightning Coil. The Chaos Minion Army build is a full minion-based Necromancer designed to clear endgame content efficiently, starting from early progression. It focuses on summoning a diverse army, zombies, specters, skeletons, and an animate guardian, to overwhelm enemies with sheer numbers and explosive damage. The gameplay revolves around shield charging into packs, using Convocation to pull your minions in, and watching enemies explode under the onslaught, especially when supported by gear like Asenath's gloves. It's highly accessible for new players with no mandatory expensive uniques at the start and detailed setup instructions throughout leveling and into the endgame. The build scales defensively and offensively with minion survivability, block, and utility tools like Feeding Frenzy and Purity of Elements. With multiple progression paths and gear loadouts depending on what's available, it offers flexibility and strong performance in both solo self-found and trade leagues. This build showcases the explosive Arrow Ballista Champion, an enduring favorite for its blend of strong damage, tankiness, and straightforward gameplay. It revolves around using ballista totems to deliver delayed explosive ignites, making it particularly effective for sustained boss fights and safe progression through difficult content. While no longer at the top of the meta, it's still a reliable league starter with the ability to clear all major encounters, including Ubers in solo self-found hardcore. The build leverages ignite mechanics and totem support for scalable damage and strong utility, with a gear setup that's generally easy to acquire. Despite some uncertainty around recent changes to the champion ascendancy and how they interact with totems, the core gameplay remains enjoyable and accessible. Whether you're moving through maps or tackling endgame bosses, this setup provides a high uptime of damage and solid defenses, making it a dependable, if not flashy, choice for any player looking to start the league strong. The Lightning Arrow build remains one of the most consistent and reliable choices for league starts, especially in softcore play. With exceptional map clearing speed, high mobility, and accessible gearing options, it excels at farming early content quickly and efficiently. The build uses ballista totems to supplement single-target damage, while the main skill delivers massive area coverage through projectile chaining and pierce. Despite some indirect nerfs to supporting mechanics like Sniper's Mark, the build maintains its strength and versatility. It transitions smoothly from early campaign into red maps and beyond, allowing players to gear up through natural progression. While its defenses lean on evasion and spell suppression, making it less suited for hardcore, the build compensates with speed and high uptime damage, making it a powerful tool for farming league mechanics and endgame content alike. This poison-ranged animate weapons build focuses on chaos and poison damage delivered through ranged arms, creating a minion-centric playstyle with potent mapping and bossing capabilities. While it requires some gem swapping and has a more hands-on summoning mechanic, the payoff is a high-performing, budget-friendly setup that rivals or surpasses many traditional minion builds in clear speed and single-target damage. It relies on a combination of powerful utility minions, such as specters, an animate guardian, phantasms, and golems, for both offensive and defensive support. The build excels at scaling minion durability and recovery, while leveraging strong layers of defense through suppression, life regeneration, curse mitigation, and bone barrier. Though the endgame can get expensive and the visuals a bit cluttered, this build remains a strong, tanky all-rounder, well-suited for nearly all content, including Uber bosses. This Ice Trap Trickster build focuses on creating a chaotic and satisfying screen-clearing experience by laying traps that detonate in large, overlapping explosions. The setup uses mechanics like Sunblast to rapidly auto-trigger traps, scaling area damage and effect through gear choices such as Carcass Jack. While the build excels at clearing maps and surprising burst damage, its defenses rely heavily on evasion, which can feel inconsistent without high investment. Originally played in a limited trade league, the build was crafted from mostly self-found gear, proving its viability even under restricted conditions. Though not the most durable or beginner-friendly option, it delivers strong progression and a unique playstyle. Its reliance on scaling AoE and trap mechanics makes it an intriguing option to revisit in a full league start with more resources and trade access. The Wave of Conviction. Ignite Elementalist build is designed for fast, efficient mapping with minimal investment. Focused on softcore play, it prioritizes clear speed over defense, making it an ideal league starter for players who want to farm early currency and transition into a more complex or powerful setup later. The build ignites entire screens with ease, leaning on elemental scaling, golem buffs, and simple mechanics that are effective even with very basic gear. It isn't built for endgame bosses or hardcore survivability, but it excels in delivering smooth, satisfying gameplay during the early and mid stages of a league. With strong Ignite uptime, intuitive automation through brands and triggers, and very forgiving gear requirements, it provides a fast and approachable way to kick off a new league while preparing to branch into something more specialized down the line. This Volcanic Fissure of snaking build offers a powerful and smooth progression from early leveling all the way through endgame. Built around the Slayer Ascendancy and a Warcry-supported slam playstyle, it leverages high armor, rage stacking, exerted attacks, and strong elemental conversion to deliver massive damage and exceptional survivability. With its intuitive gearing path and fluid scaling through passive trees, skill swaps, and cluster jewels, it provides a rewarding experience even for players with minimal currency. The build's standout strength lies in its consistency and responsiveness, made possible through careful planning and iteration, making it an appealing choice for players seeking a dynamic melee experience that remains viable in high-tier content. The Bleed Gladiator Eviscerate build remains one of the most reliable and durable league starters, offering high damage, exceptional tankiness, and straightforward progression. Built around the synergy between block, bleed, and retaliation mechanics, it shines in mapping with explosive clear speed and nearly unkillable sustain when properly set up. The core mechanics haven't changed significantly in recent patches, keeping the build stable and familiar for returning players. Its strength lies in creating a powerful defensive shell through max block, life gain on block, and bleed-based retaliation, making it a semi-automated playstyle that thrives on being hit. While it's not the fastest boss killer, it can handle endgame encounters comfortably with the right setup. This build encourages gradual upgrades and benefits greatly from a structured leveling path and solid uniques, making it a satisfying option for players looking for a steady and rewarding melee experience. This Ground Slam Slayer build is a powerful melee league starter focused on delivering massive area damage with a satisfying one-tap playstyle. It leverages the Slayer Ascendancy's leech mechanics and endurance charge synergy to maintain high survivability while clearing maps with impactful slam attacks. The build is tuned for simplicity and strength, allowing players to automate or manually manage exerted attacks through war cries, adapting to personal preference and playstyle. Designed with hardcore viability in mind, it prioritizes life, armor, and consistent leech uptime to stay durable in tough content. With accessible gearing and smooth leveling, the build provides a strong foundation for progressing into endgame, and its flexibility allows for easy transitions between mapping and bossing setups. Whether manually casting war cries or automating key functions, the build offers a rewarding and responsive melee experience from the first act through high-tier content.